Ladies and gentlemen, our next topic is going to be the power of LinkedIn and LinkedIn branding. And Roman reached out to Ali when he found out about this event and wanted to come and join us. And why is he spending your time to us today? Because he is killing it on LinkedIn. His reach, range of motion, interaction, and engagement on his posts on a daily basis within a handful of minutes or hours is extraordinary to watch. And being a young man to leverage the power of LinkedIn, in other words, to get responsiveness and communication, is something to learn from. And so today, he's going to be sharing personal branding, how to take LinkedIn and actually leverage it so that you're going to get more attraction, more engagement, and more range, reach, and eyeballs for your business. So let's give a little bit of love to Roman and let's let him show us how to do it right.
Thank you. Thank you. So before I start, I want to take it back to Barry, to Dr. Barry, who was talking here just an hour ago. And something he said I really liked was about sending out messages. In order to generate business, we send out our messages. Instead of catching fish, we can set a trap and have the fish come to us. So I came to Edmonton 7 years ago. I'm from Ukraine originally and had no network. I came with my parents. And I wanted to do different things, but I didn't have the network to do so. We all know that in order to grow in business or any industry, we need a network. So always look for ways to network and build that trap to have people come to me. And I've used Instagram, used Facebook, and I've been using LinkedIn, so that's my niche, right? And so I've been using LinkedIn for about a year so far, and since I started using it, I've been able to get clients for digital marketing, consulting clients, mentors, partners, friends. I've got to meet a lot of people through LinkedIn. I want to show you guys why I've been using it so much in the last year and how I've been doing it. But before I get started, I just want to get an idea of who's sitting here. Who here is selling a service? Okay? And who's selling a product? So I can see the contrast. So we have 28%. Okay, awesome. So most people are selling products. And those who are selling products, what kind of products?
Furniture and lighting.
Furniture lighting. Okay, awesome. What other products? What else do we have here?
Custom woodwork.
Okay, custom woodwork. Anything else?
Health and wellness.
Okay. Books. Okay. Now those who have used, those are actually for all of you guys. Who here has used social media to find more clients, find more business? Okay. Who hasn't used social media? All right, we're all on the same page. Everyone's tried it at least a little bit. So this is my quick agenda for today. I'm going to go over what is LinkedIn, why is it important, and how can you leverage it. We'll keep it very simple and practical. But before I go into LinkedIn, I want to tell about myself and why I'm doing these presentations. I did about 20 presentations this year. I want to show you how I've been using it for myself. So first, I'm going to the University of Alberta. I'm a student still in the program of entrepreneurship. What I do for work is in the summer, every summer for 4 months, I sell alarm systems door to door across Canada. And so this year I'm going to be a manager, so I'm actually managing a sales team. So this is where a lot of my marketing and sales experience comes from. So everything I learned in door to door sales, I took it and applied it to social media. Because the more time you spend doing sales, the more you learn. There's no different face to face or on social media. I'm going to show you guys how it's all related at the end of it. The third thing is I'm actually a consultant for One Salting. It's a firm out of San Francisco. It helps students to get to their dream jobs. If you're living in Edmonton, and you want to work at Google, how do you do that? So that's what I show people. How do you get a job at Google or Facebook? LinkedIn. I'm actually a mentee at LinkedIn. There's a lady called, her name is Karen. She flies into Edmonton once a month. She's a salesperson for LinkedIn. She's mentoring me in sales by taking me to different meetings with post-secondaries and showing me how sales are done on corporate level. That's why I have the t-shirt. Okay? So they gave me gear too. So I can look legit. So I'm going to start with something very simple. I want to define for everyone in this room what LinkedIn is. And before I do that, what is a LinkedIn to do right now? So for you guys, okay?
Business version of Facebook.
Business version of Facebook. Perfect. Okay? So we socialize when we do business. When we socialize.
It's connecting with your network.
Okay, awesome. And have you used LinkedIn for yourself so far?
Yeah, I've used it for about 8 years.
Okay. And what do you do? business?
I was a consultant, I now do promotional branding.
Promotional branding, so service.
So if you want more of those shirts, I can do it for you.
Sweet, perfect, I'll keep that in mind. Any other definitions of LinkedIn in your life, in your business? Okay, so for me, this is how I define LinkedIn. First, it's a professional network. So you said it very well. What's your name?
Gary.
Gary Roman. Okay, so for me, it's a professional networking service. So Facebook and LinkedIn are similar because they're all networking services, but LinkedIn is professional. What does that mean? If you're doing business, this is the platform to be on. Second thing, it's driven by keywords. Who here knows a bit about SEO? Okay, Google is all organized through keywords. LinkedIn is similar. LinkedIn has its own search engine. Now, who has used the LinkedIn search engine before? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Okay, so the way the search engine works is you have a set of different profiles. There's 500 million people on LinkedIn. They all use different words to describe themselves. For example, me doing sales, I have at least on my profile at least 4 times that I've said I do sales. So people are looking up sales in the search engine, they're going to find me. Keywords. It's driven by keywords. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because we have to pick the right keywords. We're going to go through this right now. LinkedIn is a place for you to find clients. It's a place for you to find employees, employers, if you're looking for a job, and partners. We all want great partners and talent. It's a publishing platform. Who here has a blog or has run a blog in the past? Okay? And how did you guys drive traffic to your blog? Ads? Who used ads to drive traffic? Who mechanically sent out links to their friends or their Facebook posts? Okay. The beauty of LinkedIn is you can actually have a network that you're building and your content all at once, professional content. You no longer have to have a separate blog and drive traffic from one website to another. It's like going between 2 different houses. You want to have it all one house. It's a marketing platform. You get to market on LinkedIn, your business or your services. Some B2B related facts, business to business. 1 to 71% of people, B2B marketers, are marketing through LinkedIn. Now, why is this important? Well, marketers have gone to school to learn to market for businesses. They've dedicated their life to learning it. And these people are leveraging LinkedIn, right? These people are the experts. So it's important for us to realize that if experts are using it, we should be on top of it as well. Second fact, LinkedIn makes up more than 50% of all social media traffic, social traffic to websites and blogs. So instead of building out a blog in one room and an audience in another, Facebook, blog, you can have it all in one platform, LinkedIn. You can post and engage and build all in one place. Takes less effort if you do them all at once. Third fact is 80% of B2B leads come from LinkedIn, compared to 7% on Twitter, and 13% on Twitter and 7% on Facebook. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want leads, you know where to be. Now we talk about all these different facts, all this information, but the real question is, what's the opportunity? How does it even matter to us, the people in this room? How does it matter to me? Well, the opportunity is very interesting. Who knows Gary Vee in this room? Everyone does, okay? Gary Vee, yeah. So Gary Vee was one of the first people to leverage social media effectively to grow his business, specifically YouTube, I think Facebook. So the opportunity here is for you to be Gary Vee in Edmonton, because there are places in the States and Canada where people are already leveraging LinkedIn well. Edmonton, very little percent of people are using it effectively. Very little. Actually, when I just started doing posts, I would host events and build these social media pods to get engagement running, right? Just to get some traction on LinkedIn, because no one was creating content or using it. So I had to literally create an audience out of nothing. And the opportunity here is that you get to create and be one of the first ones to do so. But you know, opportunities sound great. We hear the word opportunity everywhere. In our DMs on Instagram, social media, everywhere we go, everyone talks about opportunity. But what I want to do is I want to show you what it actually takes. Take it from an opportunity, from this dream, right, to something that's in our pockets, like money, or make a difference, a tangible difference. So what it takes, the way you start, is with something simple. You have to define your intent, your intention. Are you hiring people? Are you looking for clients? Is it partners that you're looking for? Brand awareness, do you want to be more known, more recognized in Edmonton, or maybe in China? Right? Be very clear on those things. Or is it everything? Now, who here wants to hire? Okay? Perfect. 2 people. Clients. Who's looking for more clients, more business? We should all be looking for more business. If your hand's not up, come talk to me after. Partners. Who's looking for partners? I mean, collaboration is always a way to grow your business, right? You don't want to be greedy. Brand awareness. Who wants to be more? Okay. We should all have brand awareness. Same thing. You know, brand awareness, talk to me. For everything. I want everything, to be honest. So, right now, actually, let's take like 5 seconds. Just mentally define for yourself what kind of clients we're looking for, where. Just think about those things. And once you've thought about that, once you've decided clearly what you're looking for, next part is to tailor your profile. Think about it this way. I'm coming to this presentation to present today, and I put on a shirt like this for a reason. Because I want to clearly communicate that I'm talking about LinkedIn. You don't have to, you could be deaf and still be able to understand that I talk about LinkedIn. So I tailored my outfit to a degree to make the right impression. So in social media, we have to treat it the exact same way. This is where we're making our first impression. You have to tailor your profile. That's where it starts. That's one of the big mistakes that people make. They underestimate what it takes to tailor your profile to make it effective. Putting the word sales on your profile is not enough. You have to have a story. There's a lot of different factors involved. But let me show you how some people are doing it. How some people are already tailoring their profiles. And by the way, who here has any questions already so far? Okay?
Like when you're filming videos, for someone that wants to get into face from business to business, should you be wearing a suit or is it okay to do something like this? Like very casual?
Whatever represents you better. Because at the end of the day, we're
Can
connecting.
you repeat the question?
No.
The question is, when you're shooting videos on LinkedIn, should you, in B2B, should you be dressed formally or like me?
It doesn't seem to matter.
So, and Alex, I'll give you guys a very definite answer here. In our world, there's enough impressions, right, that people duplicate to look good. I think the best way to be is to be ourselves. So whatever represents who we are is the way to represent ourselves in video and our content. So we can represent our story in our inner essence and not what just looks good. Does that answer the question? So whatever you feel best in, dress up like that.
Can I make a comment? I think that when you're watching a video too about anything, and if somebody's dressed that doesn't seem to be them, it's noticeable. It's very apparent. If you're dressing to impress in the way that is not actually like of a natural character, it can portray that way.
100%. It's clear. We've seen enough. And you know, as we grow up, we can understand this better and better. And so let's go over a couple examples. So who here can't read this? Everyone can read this? Oh, you have a question too?
Yeah, I just wanted to actually continue that last subject because it might get lost. If you're actually targeting a particular community, you might want to dress or present yourself relatable to that community. If I'm actually going to after CEOs, CFOs of larger organizations that have a formal environment where they wear a shirt and a suit, then if I came in dressed like that, they might not listen to me.
100%.
If I do the same, if I relate to that. So it's looking at who your audience is and then presenting yourself in that manner, at least to get in front of them to tell your story. Once you've told your story and they're familiar with you, you can change the way in which you appear. Yeah. But that initial, you need to have that connection.
Respecting the culture.
So the first visual look might be what you want to connect to.
And there's so many different ways to think about this, and every case is different, right? Because someone feels more comfortable being a rebel, so for them to dress different is the way to go. But for someone else who wants to respect the tradition, it makes sense to fit in the culture. So there's a lot of different ways. Well, let's take a look at Richard. I met Richard 2 days ago. He's from England. We had a Zoom call. So I really like Richard's profile for a few reasons. When you look here, what do you guys like about it? If you're able to read it, and if you can.
The color was eye-catching.
Color, okay. What's his hair color? He's ginger, right? So there's actual relevancy to why he's using those colors. So colors, perfect. That's the first thing. What else? So it's consistent. What else? I'll read to you. I train corporate sales teams to win. Online engagement specialists. Follow rich tips for my content. So he's very clear in what he can offer as a value. If you look at his picture here, same thing. You see him in action speaking. He also talks about what he does in one sentence. So what can we learn from this?
Simple.
Simplicity. What else?
But it's really well positioned in that he uses 3 different images with color very well. And it's such a relief to see that the graphics actually fit the banner space. They're not cut off by 50% around the circle.
Yeah. Those simple things make a big difference. And a lot of people will forget to work on the simple things. They focus on the big stuff. But that's why I'm actually taking you back to the basics. Because I have a lot of very advanced strategies for LinkedIn, but today I'm covering the basics. You have to have a strong foundation. Great comment. This is very important to realize. Simplicity, the details, right? So first thing I want to talk about here is that we have to tailor our profile. Before we can go on and build an audience and content, we have to make sure that we are represented properly. So clear. When people see us on social media or in person, it's crystal clear what we can have as value.
There's some thought put into that image, that branded image. It's a complex thought too. It's not just banged up there, left to dry.
And before we go on, now imagine if because he's a salesperson, he teaches sales people. Imagine if he had a very unprofessional background and he said he teaches sales. That would be very ironic. He coaches sales and yet his profile would not be sufficient. So the quality of his profile has a direct factor in how his audience perceives the quality of his work.
You've got two called actions on there too, which are awesome.
Yeah, right? Right away, they know what to do. If they're interested, they know what to do.
Actually looking at that, it's not actually as simple as you think. Actually looking at it in a branding context, that swatch in the center is actually colors of fire. The actual swatch itself is actually represented in his hair. And the actual black line on the other side saying, follow me, if you notice it's not a straight line, it's actually a journey, he's actually zigzagging.
It draws more attention
It's
to.
actually more complex than what it initially appears.
Exactly.
It appears simple.
It's funny how the most simple things they can be also the most complex. They're the most simple once they're done. But in the process, the most complex, right? And so,
And he's not wearing a suit.
let's take a look at Sam. Sam right here creates videos. If you look at Sam's profile here, once again, him in action proves that he's doing his work. He's not just advertising, he does it. Video editing, right? He talks about what he does. I save video creators time and money through video editing. Value like this, straight and to the point. This is where you can contact me, DM me to get started. Same idea, right? Very clear, he uses colors, he clearly communicates his profile to his audience. He tailors it. See, you can tell that he's talking to video creators. Who here is a video creator? Okay, one person, two people. So the cool part is if all of us went on his profile, only 3 of us would be able to find value from Sam. The rest of us would not waste our time. We can say thank you to Sam for communicating clearly so that we don't waste our time. That's how well you have to tailor your profile. How much time do we have? We have 9 minutes, right? 5 minutes? Okay? So let's skip through this. So you have to treat your profile as if your profile is your portfolio, where you showcase your work, as if it's your sales pitch, the way you design your bio, your work experiences. You have to design it. And if you don't, we will miscommunicate your value and your offer. You have to treat it as if it's your first impression. The colors, put thought into it. spend time sharpening your profile over time. So don't do it once like this, but work on it throughout time. So now what do you do next? Once you build your profile, what's next? Well, the next part is this. Once you build your profile, first thing that's going to happen is because of the keywords that you've included, people are going to be able to find you. So if you teach sales, if you have sales in your profile, people are going to be able to find you. Second, complete your profile. Fill out every section. And if you don't, you will score lower on the ranking when people search people up. Think about it this way. If I'm looking up sales and one person, let's say, what's your name? Jasper has 0 words. It has no keywords to do with sales in his profile. He's selling services. And what's your name? Max. And Max has 10. So now when I look up sales, I'm going to see Max higher and Jasper lower. What does that mean? Well, Max is probably going to generate more business in the long run. So make sure you have all the keywords and complete your profile to score high on the ranking. Now, that's not the only factor or factors. Connection level has a huge role in this too. So connect with a lot of people, relevant people, to drive your profile higher in the ranking. All of this is equal to opportunity, serendipity. People are going to discover you. You're not having to chase fish. Fish comes to you. That's just the starting point, right? Tailoring your profile. Next part is actually prospecting. When you prospect, you have to first define your ideal prospect. Who are the people that you want to find? Where are they located? What company do they work for? What industry are they in? You have to be very specific. You have to target in a very specific way. You can't just say, oh, we just want to target people who are 30. It has to be, what do they work? What are the words that we use in their profile? You have to be very specific. And then what you do once you define your ideal prospect is you use this tool, the search engine, to find these people. So you can look up different locations, companies, industries, titles. And that's how you start to prospect people. You start to build lists of people that could be potential leads for you, for your business. That's one way. So for example, if I'm looking to work with home builders as a marketer, I'm going to look up home builders, Edmonton. I'm going to get the entire list, and I'm going to start cold calling these people. Sales Navigator is great. I'm sure you guys, a lot of you already know about it. I'm just going to show you the basic ways of using LinkedIn for free. Use your profile. Who has seen the list of people that use their profile? Okay, great. We're all familiar with it. Well, these are your hot leads. These people are already educated about you. They're warm leads. They already went to your profile, they learned about you, they're interested in you for some reason, so reach out to them. At least look up their profile. Those are potential leads, don't waste them. I found business on LinkedIn. So this is what it looks like. So yesterday I had a few people look at my profile. So I could reach out to these people and say, hey, reach out to them as if you would be in person. But how does it work? How do you reach out to these people? Well, first is you want to analyze their profile. First thing is analyze their profile. So let's say you have those views in your profile. Let's say you built a list of people through the search engine. What you do is you go on the person's profile and you learn about them, their education, their work experience, their story, they have one, mutual connections, mutual education. You take all that information and you leverage it to build a message that's personalized. So for example, say I know my friend Connor in the back took some pictures for me. I know a bit about him, so I'll say, hey Connor, I noticed that you are living in British Columbia and you're originally from Edmonton. I'm actually from Edmonton too, and I really like entrepreneurship as well. I would love to connect with you. So make it very personal and use the information from the profile. Huge advantage. In the past, you couldn't know so much about people, and now it's all public. So leverage it. And always send a note. Always send a note. Because if you're not, you're going to be just like everyone else, not sending a note. And if you send a note, you're going to send out, grab more attention. So let's say this person right here is my prospect. So what I'm going to do is press more. It's going to pop up a window that says connect. I press connect, and I add a note. Here's a simple template that you can use to send notes. You can be a lot more creative than this, sending messages. This is the starting point. Hi, Connor. I hope your day is going well so far. This is Buffer. My name is Roman. I'm from University of Alberta in Edmonton. Right, that's me explaining who I am. Second part is to establish why I'm reaching out to Connor. I saw that you graduated from Capilano University, and then now you do this in Vancouver. It would be great to connect with you. Now what's going to happen is people are going to connect back, most likely, and they will forget to respond to you, just the way LinkedIn is set up. So what you do next is you follow up with a bigger message, explaining more intention in more detail. What is that equal to? Clarity and communication, trust, and further business. And what you do in the middle also as you're reaching out to these people is you engage with their content. So connect, go in the post section, like and comment, follow up. What does this all do? Creates multiple touches. Multiple touches. When some person just goes on a profile and never does anything, you're already showing your interest through a message, through a comment, through a like, profile view, and a follow-up. That's so much warmer than just sending a random message or not sending one at all. And last thing I want to go through is posting. This is the core part. This is the heart of your LinkedIn strategy, is posting. Why? Because LinkedIn today is a trusted source of information. People go on LinkedIn to learn, to educate themselves. So this creates an opportunity for you to become an expert in your industry. So when people are looking to buy something, not knowing how to buy this product, you can be the person educating them about the product. And what happens when you educate someone? It builds trust, it builds authority, and they buy from you. So you want to feed your contacts with value. What that does, it makes you valuable, then creates money. Okay, so this is how you make posts. First is you want to start with a hook. You want to give value, not ask for anything. Call to action. So when they receive value, they do something in return. So they don't feel like it's all free. Hashtag, use spacing between your paragraphs. I'm going to show you examples. Between your paragraphs to create more attention. And tag relevant people. Explain you why. So for example, this post I did about a year ago, it says, I started posting on LinkedIn about a year ago. Okay? And here I talk about what I've been able to do by posting. And I look at the spacing. It's nice and easy to read. Each idea is separate. There's a clear hook. People are curious, okay, you start posting on LinkedIn. How does that matter? So they go and read. Call to action, I say, make your first post, and a hashtag. Well, this post did pretty well. I got almost 4,000 views on this post, and I only had about 500 connections at that point. And that was only, so that was in 2 weeks. And I got 6 comments. This post right here, I did a video with, who knows Sean Kamungo here, the keynote speaker? Okay, I did a video with him. This video got 3,000 views. So as you can't see the call to action, but it says, are you on pace with today's innovation? People are interested in innovation, want to learn, they want to see what's going on. Hashtag Rules by Roman. I tagged Sean, so I'm going to pause here and talk about something very important. What's different about LinkedIn and Facebook? On LinkedIn, if I like your post, my network's going to see your post. On Facebook, if I like your post, it doesn't make any difference. You like it or not like it does not create any difference. When I tag Sean, his network is not liking my video. Now his network is seeing my face. His network is becoming familiar with me. See how that's powerful? So you want to start tagging people. Over here, I did a picture with Karen, who's my mentor from LinkedIn. This post got over 6,000 views, 100-something likes, 23 comments from people I never met. They felt like they had to comment because that's how engaging the post was. The hook was, can't see the hook. I did an article for those of you who have blogs. I did my second article. They got over 1,000 views. I just posted it once, no more effort. It got 16 different comments. Most of the people who commented I've never met. It had 4 shares, not my friends, strangers who shared the article, and 66 likes. Look how much attention is created. I'm hiring for the summer of summer sales. Guess what this article does for me? It helps me to sell. So this is it. Now, a quick wrap up. Tailor your profile, prospect with very specific features like age, companies, keywords, and third, create content to feed value to your network. But all of this won't matter unless you execute on this. We'll all listen through my presentation. You might feel engaged, maybe half asleep, but it won't. None of this will matter unless you execute on this. So make sure to try this out. The worst thing that's going to happen is you will learn for an extra 5 minutes that day something new. You know what I mean? So just try it out. And third, last thing is humanize your experience. Don't treat social media as if it's digital. Treat it as if it's face-to-face. Translate everything you know about communication from face-to-face to social media. Liking is not clicking like, it's acknowledgement. Commenting is not commenting, it's expressing your opinion. View is not just a view. View is you paying attention. So think about it in those terms. And if you guys have any more questions, you can add me on LinkedIn. I can share my profile later, but that's my QR code. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Cool. Love it.
Sharon, we'll keep till later, unfortunately, just our time's getting a little constrained, I apologize. So if you guys got questions or comments for Roman, let's make sure to connect with him directly on LinkedIn, and of course, what you've just learned from him is to do what? Go onto LinkedIn, friend request him, write a little post, say it was wonderful to see you talking at the Advanced Digital Marketing Summit, right? There we go, and drop the hashtag syndicate, because we got loot up for grabs, okay? Roman, thank you very much, brother. It is a real pleasure to have you come out here and share this. Guys, it's a little bit of love. We're gonna take a break. Oh, okay. They were liking you.
Yeah, so this is an opportunity for you to get all together, take a group picture at some point tonight, where everyone's gone. Tag everyone in this room, and then everyone gets a whole lot of exposure.
Can I just ask about QR codes? I don't know how to use them. Can you quickly tell me how they work? Or do you want me to do that after? Or is anyone else going to do that?
Focus on QR code.
You'll have to get closer, I'll show you after.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, go do it right now.
Come on.
Let's just grab your phone real quick. Come on, sure. Snap.
We can, as we are taking 2 minutes break, we can all get to the stage and take a group picture as well.
Right now?
So now
Yes.
we do
2 minutes. As we have 2 minutes, we'll wait everyone up.
All right, let's take 2 minutes, and then we'll get set up for the next. And we got Scott coming to talk about Facebook and Instagram. Woo! You want to do it? You know what? That's a great idea.
Let's do a group picture.
Let's do it.
Connor, you gonna take it for us?
Yeah.